Okay. We're good. We're going. Thank you,
Now I'm
Warren.
going to take the upper receiver off. And all you're going to do with this, and it may be tight, it may not. Yeah, it's a little tight. Give me one. Put it on forward.
Sure. Okay.
So I'm going to take this pin out.
Which pin? I'm sorry.
This pin right here.
Got it.
Okay, I'm just going to give it a little tap. Like that. Grab the pin on this side and it'll come out and it won't go very far.
Got it.
Now it's going to come off completely.
Got it. Excellent. Yep.
Now you go ahead and you want to clean your gun. Go ahead and grab your charging handle and pull it out. At the same time you pull that out, the bolt will come out completely.
All right. And was this pretty easy to pull out, Warren?
Very easy.
Okay.
And then this will come out so far, it'll stop. Then you just want to lift it up and pull it out. And now you can go ahead and clean down your barrel.
All right. And so that's how I would clean when I'm like out in the field, when I shoot 5 shots, and then I can go and clean that right there.
Yep.
Got it. Excellent. And then, is there any other parts that we have to take apart to clean this thing
Not
further?
really, no, nothing I can think of right now. Your bolt.
Where would I grease it? Like, where are the key parts that you like to put the oil or grease?
They like to run a little bit wet, but not soaking wet. So just get a couple of drops of oil on your finger and coat the whole bolt with it.
Okay.
Just so it's got some lubricant on it.
Okay.
Maybe a drop here where the bolt rotates like that. See how it rotates? Not very much, about 1/8 of a turn, but it just rotates.
I see.
Keep these lugs clean and oil the lugs a little bit.
I could have sworn there was something else that you took apart. You had like a little dental tool and you were taking something further apart.
If you want to take that further apart, yeah.
Do you recommend it? Is it necessary?
You could do it if you want to.
Is it overkill or?
Other than the AK, what's the difference between AK and this is the Russian rifle.
Okay. We'll take the bolt apart. So what you want to do, take the bolt apart. There's a little cotter pin right here. Get underneath it and then just we're going to pull it out. Like so.
I see.
Okay?
Yeah.
Now your firing pin should drop out.
Interesting.
Okay, and then once you've got that out, you can take this key. Now this keyway is going to spin and it's going to allow me to pull it out now.
I see. And what's that keyway do?
That holds the bolt face in, so I'm going to pull it out completely.
And then do you lube or grease these things a little bit?
You can lube it a little bit. Keep these rings clean. These are the gas rings for the bolt.
Yeah. And you just use an oil on that, Warren?
Yeah, bit of solvent, wipe it dry, and then a little drop of oil.
Okay.
Now, when you put it back together, this is the ejector that runs down the side right here. So the gun ejects to the right when it ejects the empty cartridges. So when you put it together, make sure the ejector is to the right. We're looking forward at the bolt. Make sure the ejector's on the right side.
Okay.
So you're going to pop that in like that. And then what I'm going to do, see, once I push this in, I can rotate it around. But remember, I want the ejector on the right. So what I'm going to do, the ejector is right here. Now you can see it. I'm going to keep it to the right side of the bolt.
So where's the ejector, just so I can see which...
That's the ejector right here.
Okay.
It's got to stay to the right of the gun.
Got it.
Okay?
Yes, sir.
Now when I put this together, I can just put this in and push it home and it'll spin. But remember, I want to keep the ejector to the right. The ejector is showing right here. So I'm going to bring that to the right of the gun, right there. And when it's lined up, I can now pop that in that little hole
Yeah,
right
mine
there.
is something custom.
I see.
Yeah.
So if it's not lined up, that pin won't go in, correct? Or what?
It will, but it will go in if you do it upside down and the ejector's to the left.
And then nothing's going to
Then it won't
eject.
eject.
I see.
Is leather
So eject it to the
recommended,
right,
or-
Some people
line up that
it.
hole,
It's
put this pin in.
Preference, you know.
What's the alternative?
Kydex, there's people out there. You were looking for the 8, right?
Yes, I actually
Like
already
so,
purchased
and
it.
it'll drop
It's on,
in.
like, special orders.
Rotate that
Oh,
90
okay.
degrees.
Yeah,
I didn't hear.
no worries.
Oh, yeah, we're
Like
talking
that.
about.
But it is that
And
same
now
one.
pull it
Yeah.
forward.
Did you have your pink
There you
slip?
go.
I
Awesome.
don't have the receipt now.
Now we're going to drop the
Brandon.
firing pin in. So you can drop it in here. You can drop it in from here. Just line it up and it'll fall all the way through. Like that.
I see. And so that's the firing pin right
That's the
there.
firing pin.
Wow.
Now this is the firing pin retaining quarter pin. Just going to put that in there. And
There
then
you go.
Thank you.
give a little twist. And it should pop all the way in like that.
Nice.
Yeah.
And now you're ready.
I think they charge for
That is awesome.
Oh, really?
Now,
And then on all this stuff, you just kind of a little bit of solvent when we're done shooting and a little bit of oil, kind of
Yep.
coat it. Okay.
solvent and all. To put this back in, it's got a couple of little knobs right here on either side, which correspond to those little knobs right in here, right where my little finger is. So when I line this up, I'm going to put it in upside down. You see how they match with that right there? Can you see how they're in
Yep.
that little groove? Right there?
Yeah.
There. Can you see it all right?
Yeah.
There.
Got it.
And then that'll go all the way in. Once it's in, push it forward. But not all the way. Because now you're going to put your bolt in upside down. Make sure that this part of the bolt is pulled all the way out.
Which part?
This part on the front, this top part right
Let's
here.
see. Let's make sure it's pulled all the way out.
And then this part, the keyway, is going to go in the groove of the charging handle like so. And then when that's in laying in that, you can just simply line it up and push the whole thing home till it clicks.
Very slick.
Okay. Then we're going to put it back together, and all we have to do, take your lower receiver, take your upper receiver, line up these holes with the holes on the pin, which can be a little tricky, especially when it's new. The pins are tight, like so, and push it home.
And then, so I purchased this.
Got it.
And now we're going to lay it here, but don't lay the gun down. We're now going to take out the rear pin,
The firearm, is that correct?
take off the cap.
Did you get it here?
I got it.
Okay.
Now going to pull it out without rotating the pin, but keep a little bit of pressure on the back of it to
So
stop
it
it
kinda goes like
coming
this.
off the
If
detent right there.
is
Keep it
a gun
pushed
that you
back
want,
and then
you
pull
see
it all the
you
way
have
out
to
and
see
till it
wow.
stops
If it's
right
heated and
there.
full, it's back there waiting for you until you're ready. You
Got
your
it.
30
Okay,
days is
now we're going to go
So
ahead
is
and close it.
30 days from the purchase date, or the
Push
30
the
days
pin
from
all the
day
way
you
home.
just-
start your 10-day
Till it
hold.
stops.
So
Got
what
it.
I'm saying is you
Then
can
there's a little arrow
buy
that says
whatever you
close.
want,
We're going to turn
and
it
then I put it in the back
clockwise
for
90
you
degrees.
until
Take it
you're
out.
ready.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then we're going to push it all the way home.
I'm gonna tell
Like
you.
that.
And we got it done.
Then we're going to put the spring on this side,
Or your next
followed
roast
by the
date.
cap. And then you are done. Yep, working perfectly.
So today is actually